Hi, everybody. It's Vivian, and welcome to Come Away with Me again. This is my second episode. Please feel free to go back and look at episode one, where I introduce myself and the reason why I have this podcast. I have to say that I wouldn't, I don't really care so much to talk to women this way. I love one on ones. I love a group of girls and we're just sitting and talking about life. We have fun, we laugh, we cry. And, by technology, I can reach more people because I feel I want to be a good influence and a godly influence to you. So let's just imagine me and you, we are sitting and we're chatting over a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or whatever you like to drink, and we can chat and I look in your eyes, you look into my eyes, and you know, or imagine we're a few ladies, we're sitting together and we're chatting. And so, well, I'm imagining that I am I'm sitting with you alone, or I'm sitting with you and a bunch of other ladies, and we are talking. So come away with me. All right, let's dig today into what, where, and when. Okay, what is come away with me? Let's look at the what it is and what does it mean to come away into a quiet place. And we covered this a little bit in episode one, but just to touch on that again, I found a scripture in the Bible, and the scripture is where Jesus invited his disciples to come away with him to a quiet place. And, you know, they were busy wherever they were, and there were a lot of people, and it was a little bit chaotic, I guess, and crazy. And Jesus said, come away with me to a quiet place, because they didn't even have a chance to eat. And so I thought about this idea of coming away with me, um, you and I, so we can talk about what's going on in our lives, and then I invite you to enjoy that invitation that Jesus gives you to come away with him to a quiet place. And so, what is that quiet place, and why do we do that? So, just in simple terms for me personally, and you can dig into what it would mean for you in a more intimate way, because coming away to a quiet place means you are going to be by yourself and you're going to sit there. And we're not good at that. I'm not good at that. I love to talk and I love to be busy doing things. And so I had to learn how to be quiet in a quiet place. And I had to learn how to talk to God in a quiet place. And what I learned was that I can just be myself. I don't have to pretend. I don't have to be eloquent. I don't have to cross my T's and dot my I's. I just can be myself. And there's a scripture I found, which I think it's just brilliant. It is Matthew 6, verse 6. Excuse me. It says, but when you pray, go away by yourself, shut the door behind you, and pray to your Father in private. Then your Father, who sees everything, will reward you. I love that. And what I like about this, there are a few things, is shut the door behind you, which means, where is my where is my quiet place? Well, it could be a room, right? So in another translation, it says your closet. And so, well, a room, shut the door and pray to your Father in private. I love the privacy part of this, because it means to me that my Father will regard our conversation as private. You know what? He doesn't talk. He doesn't tell anybody. So I can bare my heart. I can tell him my secrets. I can tell him how angry I am today, and I'm not liking what I am going through. And he will keep that private. But you know, the beauty of it is he listens and he don't judge me. He will listen and he will answer. And we're going to talk a little bit about the answering, because you know what? We need answers, isn't it? And then how about, he says, then your Father who sees everything will reward you. Okay, we like reward, don't we? Well, it's probably not money. Well, he rewards us with peace. He rewards us with joy. He rewards us with happiness. And the other thing that I found was the scripture that says, when we honor God, he honors us. You know, and so for me, going to a quiet place with him, at that solitary place, that place of tranquility, means I'm honoring him. I'm honoring him by taking the time, spending time with him. And he honors me back. And so I love that. And you know what? It doesn't mean that we only go to that quiet place when we have trouble, when we have difficulties. You know, we're always going to have it. But how about making it a consistent effort to spend time with him in a quiet place, even when you're happy and you're joyous and you don't have problems. He will honor you and he will reward you. And so, where's my quiet place? Have you thought about what your quiet place might be? Well, I would like to sit along a river by myself and just see the water, run through. For me, that is really, really so peaceful. But, I can't afford to go sit by a river as often as I'd like to. So, well, thankfully for me, I work from home. And so I do have an office. And because I work from home and I love my sleep, I don't have to get up too early. I get up at 7 o'clock and I go to my office in my PJs and I just sit there. Sometimes I just sit there. Sometimes I have a thought and then I'm like, let me talk to the Lord about that. Sometimes I just am confused about something, even something in the Bible, and I'm, dig into the scriptures to find answers, because you know what? The Bible is our GPS. The Bible is our go-to place. And I'm going to quote scriptures as often as I can to show you that whatever is in the Bible is connected to what you're going through today. And so I'll just sit there sometimes. And sometimes when I don't feel I have anything really, I find a devotion. I find something to kind of give me a push. And then I have a few devotions. I'll open it up. I'll read. Right now, I have a devotion called The Whispers. No, it says He Whispers Your Name. So I don't really care too much for devotions, but it is helpful for us, for starters, to give us a start, because when we go into that quiet place and it's very new to us, we don't know what to do. So that's how I actually started. And so, you're going to find your own way. Do not do it the way I'm doing it. God will give you guidance to do it your way. And so I found this devotion, He Whispers Your Name, and it's a compilation of God speaking to the person. And I'm like, okay, I don't like to read people like so and so, God, a letter from God. I want God to speak to me, of course, but I don't like people to write things and then they say God. You see that on Facebook, on Instagram, and things of that nature. Now, this one actually drew my attention, and this woman was actually struggling with devotion time, as in a quiet time. And then when she started to get used to the quiet times, she started to write down what she felt God was saying to her. And so she put that into this book. And so sometimes when I don't really have anything going on, I'm just very calm, I'm sitting there. Sometimes I sing a song by myself, and or then I just go to this devotion and I read, and I'm like, Lord, you can speak to me through this, and so this is really great. And I'm actually going to read to you a passage that she penned here, which I think is appropriate for this episode. So what about so now we have the what, and I think we have the where. So find that quiet place. You know what I also thought about? Our lives are so busy. And you know what? I don't have small children. It's just my husband and I alone every day, you know. So I don't have that busy of a life. I do a lot of other things, but I just want you to know I understand, and I'm not pushing this on you. I'm just giving you advice that this is a good thing to do. It's a good practice, and it will help you calm your mental state. It will help you become more peaceful. It will help you to think clearly, and God will speak to you. I can assure you, He will speak to you. We sometimes want God to speak to us the way we want Him to speak to us. We sometimes want Him to answer what we're praying to Him or what we're asking Him to do. Well, we're not God. We then are taking His place. But nonetheless, this is just so important for us to be able to just have a quiet place. And so, so what about when you just put your head on your pillow at night? The house is quiet. The kids are asleep. And you're so tired, you don't maybe even want to sit in your dining room or living room. You just want to put your head down. Even if it's 5 minutes, God honors that. You say, Lord, I didn't have a good day. Or, Lord, thank you, I had a great day. And then wait for Him, be still and enjoy that presence, enjoy that quiet, but bring Him into that, bring Him into your quiet. He's inviting you to come to Him, but now you're there. Why didn't you say, Lord, okay, come on in. I'm here. I want to hear from you. So when you decide, you have your personal schedule. Nobody can tell you. And you know what? This is not a religious thing. This is important. It's not religious. If you do it today and you didn't do it tomorrow, or you didn't do it the next day, well, it's okay, Now, it would be religious if this is pushed on you. It's not. It's an absolute invitation. He just says, come away with me. And we all have 24 hours in our day, and we can find 5 minutes. The reason why I chose this is because I have gone through so much in my life that wasn't pleasant. I've had many joys, but I have had lots of pain. And I just want to help you girls, to find a place of solitude, to find a place where you can de-stress, and the best place to de-stress is in the presence of the Lord, in that specific quiet place. He's with you always. He's with you. Okay. And so, but sometimes there's just that time that you set aside for Him and you say, Lord, okay, you have my undivided attention. I know I have yours. And then you just chat, or you're quiet. So let me read this to you real quick. I think this is like really appropriate for this episode. It says, living in wholeness. You can completely relieve your burdens by taking with me. Sorry, guys, I'm going to start over again. You can completely relieve your burdens by talking with me and allowing me to carry what you cannot. I will either relieve your burdens or direct you to the next step of faith and help you carry them. Don't try to deal with your burdens by yourself or ignore them, thinking they will go away. Bring your burdens out into the open, into my presence and into my hands. When you come to me, I will often bring others into your life who will comfort you and encourage you in your faith. I am with you, but I also use others for my purposes in your life, just as I want to use you to accomplish my purposes in the lives of others. I will bring others into your life whom you can trust, who can hear my voice clearly when you cannot. When you are overwhelmed with the troubles of life, you will need others to be a source of strength and hope in your presence, there with you and in the flesh. At the same time, my spirit will strengthen you in your inner spirit, giving you peace and rest, releasing you from the restlessness and bringing about hope and restoration. There's a scripture in Galatians 6:2 that says, carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. So, goals, be there for each other. Okay. Like I said to you earlier, I would like to be a godly influence to you. And our time is almost up. But I want to encourage you to accept the invitation that Jesus gives you to come away with him to a solitary place. And so find your what, where, and when. And I assure you, when you honor God, he will honor you. So until next time, I will see you back here at Come Away With Me. God bless.